Caution is advised. A good vantage point. Caution is advised.
Terminals are divine artifacts from the Sentinel. What you possessed were nothing but privately made replicas, existing solely by the grace of the Primus. How dare you defy our cleanse?
We never stopped asking the Order for permission to wear the terminals, but every single request is denied. You've controlled the terminal supply, and the family stopped trading with us. These are all we have left. Why should we hand them over?
I can sense your fervent desire for the artifacts and the blessings from the Sentinel. But whether you are worthy of, if you willingly part with your wealth in devotion to the Order's divine cause, the door to forgiveness might. But should you persist in your defiance, we'll have to escort you to the penitentiary for judgment.
The Order and the commoners. It must be Scarlet Velvet causing the stir. The Order's arrogance is known, but such blatant actions. Is it... Let's first address their troubles. Still recognize me?
Ah, the Montelli's second daughter, and this year's laureate. I suggest you tread carefully and avoid crossing the Order and the Sentinel. Especially not for the sake... Must I remind you again? Trading reserved terminals is a breach of the discipline.
We paid good money for these. If you're taking them...
Yet the very traders who took your money have seen the error of their ways and reported your dealings. They have sworn to repent for their illicit production and cease all trade with you. How sad, Miss Carlotta. Such loyalty to your family, only to be left in the dark.
Oh, please. My ties with the family are not so fragile as to be shaken by mere words. The fact that we're having this conversation at all means that you cannot ignore my status. Wouldn't you agree? The Sentinel and the Primus have declared free trade as our undeniable right. Scarlet Velvet is always entitled to trade as they please, regardless of their previous partnerships. You preach the doctrine, yet fail to adhere to it yourself. If I were you, I'd be on my way to the penitentiary. Willful transgression is the worst blasphemy one can imagine.
Mark my words. The day Montelli is brought to its knees by the Order and Phasalia will be the day you beg for the Sentinels when that day comes. All shall be under the Order's control. And
Ernesto, the bartender, said you needed to see me. You may have just offended us, but you heard it. Your family has left us in a mess. Frankly, I don't see the point. But since Ernesto said it's about Bennett, I'll give you a minute, for his sake. Speak quickly. Regardless of the bigger picture, your side ended the deal. We were informed at short notice to stop, and it's not just the terminals. No more jewelry, perfumes, and all that nonsense. And not to mention, I haven't seen him on telly for nearly... Where were you when we were fighting against the Order and the Thessalias?
There was a slight issue of a traitor in the vault, so our hands were tied. A direct approach works best at times. Actually, what that acolyte claimed is news to me. Surrendering control and ceasing trade are not in the Montelli's vocabulary. The Montelli creed has always been family first and a pioneering spirit second.
With your grandfather, maybe. But he won't be around forever. When Capello takes the helm, the real question is whether we can get our trade back on track. Can your family still be trusted? What I need is a solid promise. One thing's for sure. I don't want to see the family who first broke the monopoly to trade with us commoners end up defending it.
I'll speak with my uncle and grandfather to see what happened.
You know what? This is supposed to be your family's business. Why am I saying this to you? So, Ernesto told me Bennett's gone. What happened? He seemed fine the last time we met. Good judgment there. The rumours are nonsense. Fencing stolen goods? Please. Bennett used to handle our shipments for the vault, but everything was nothing shady, okay? He knew his stuff. Never took advantage of us, never budged on price. For him, it was always business first, friendship second. When he was running late, he'd stay up at that hill sometimes. We even set up a shelter there after it happened a few times. Come to think of it, he did stay there for a while the last time we saw him. Asked us to stash something too. What was it he said? I hope we don't need to use it.
Seems Bennett may have anticipated the trouble ahead. I wonder if you might show us to the shelter.
There's an entrance along the coast. Go straight down the road and you'll see it. What's your business there anyway?
Watch out.
Cycle of
Vitality sour. You can tell someone was here. Look at the mess. Perhaps Bennett deliberately We'll each use our senses to search. Then let's get... Something is strange here.
These items aren't exactly rare, but they're not everyday objects either. They seem out of place here.
Indeed. But what I find strange is... Do you recall those 3 lines from the anthology? The ones Bennett sent to me in the photo? Thy eyes guide my course in the tempest. The woman in the painting here seems to stand in the gloomy rain, but her eyes remain bright. Like the secret code in drinks, what matters is never the object themselves, but the shared rules and agreements between both parties. Now the book. It appears to be about winter, which is likely related to the second line, 40 Winter. The last one is a rotor device. The planet... MLCL. 190. Of course it is. Bennett was a vault keeper. 4 letters. The highest clearance level in the vault. Hold on.
Carlotta? Yeah. You asked me to keep an eye out. Yeah, that's for me to know. But it was not in good shape after what it went through. Yeah, if you can use it at all...
Understood.
Wait, what now? What, you're not even gonna check? Oh, no, it's nothing really.
All right. We'll inform you when there's more to share. We're returning to the Mont headquarters first. The terminal will be fixed there. You might not know this, but Bennett was never...
Isn't that a good sign? It means Bennett might not be guilty after all.
But it's replaced by another suspicion. One I am reluctant to entertain, but only grandfather... Liberty Square. Our proximity. The Vault's security clearance. A traitor among the top brass. The indifference towards the stolen goods. And the authority as someone all evidence points to. But if it was truly him, the heir to our family, who betrayed us, now all that remains is to see what the code reveals. It might clear our doubts. Or confirm.
I'll be with you no matter what.
My people just reported some initial progress on the terminal repair. Let's go. Our meetup spot is right ahead.
Lady Carlotta, we received a terminal addressed to you, signed DC. The initial restoration is almost complete, but some data is overwritten or isolated due to the... Our evaluation suggests that a full restoration might not be worth it. But...
Good. Make sure to contact him.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's where I was investigating that night. Seems like the intel was right. And the other location... I think it's my uncle's private dock. Primarily used for storage, not shipments. Reviewing the records, if time permits, we should take the terminal to Mr. Pierre. He's an old friend of grandfather's and is an... There may be other useful information, but first, let's put that code to use. Follow me. This is why I suggested we the complete inventory and access records can only be found. Please, follow me. Someone extracted the core data module. This must be what Bennett was trying to tell us before he died. Someone with access to the vault has broken their oath and leaked the data module. Now only Uncle, Grandfather, and I in Renisita. The Order maintains control over terminals, unlike other countries where they're freely traded. My grandfather learned to modify them during his early ventures in the new... Our lantern-type terminal is a modified model. It may look purely ornamental, but it houses the tech modules we've developed. As Scarlet Velvet said, aside from our art dealings, we've been supplying these terminals to resonators at fair prices as part of our discreet business. By doing so, we've broken the Order's monopoly. We've given more people the means to protect themselves and their The Order is aware of our discreet business, but they turn a blind eye as long as we don't openly challenge their authority. The Heft, as a result, no family member would ever divulge our terminal secrets, much less allow the modules to fall into the wrong hands. No.
Carlotta.
Uncle, may I ask you something first? Before the Carnival,
Does it matter? All you need to know is that it's handled.
were you mistreated? Did they coerce you into doing something?
Heed my words. Whatever you've uncovered, put it behind you and all. Now, we've had some trouble with a shipment over at Septimont. As the rightful heir, I'm giving you a new order.
I refuse.
Excuse.
I said, I refuse. I can't act as if nothing happened.
Don't trouble yourself with the modules. Yes, our family's ambition has led us far, but it's exacted a price paid in blood and tears. What?
I can't believe you just said that. So, you're refusing to tell the truth and reveal the module's location, is that it?
Why do you insist on tearing everything apart? Have you ever thought about what Padrino would say? What others?
Then so be it. Your course is set, as is mine. I'm sorry you have to see this side of our family. Really? I just wished... No. I did promise I'd try to drop... I may need more time to come to terms with all of this. I don't regret uncovering the truth, and we were meant to be the guardians of our family's ideals. Well, wallowing in emotion won't solve anything. Our priority now, the core module, is difficult to carry around. I think we need to adjust our strategy. My conversation with Capello will have alerted him. He's likely to move indeed, but time is not on our side. I need you to take this terminal to Pierre at the bank. If the doc... I know that securing the module alone won't suffice. I must uncover Capello's... They call it a dock, but no ships ever come. Uncle has concealed what he took from the vault here. A secluded place entirely... Nothing so far. Was I wrong? Maybe, or am I too late? Did Capello get here first? And the energy fluctuation? It was going off and on. No. Such a big mirror. Doesn't seem to be made of common glass, but some kind of crystallized energy. Will I find find the data module on the other side. Or was all this just a trap?
Hello again. You don't seem very surprised to learn.
Carlotta told me Mr. Pierre always follows her grandfather around. My instincts weren't wrong when I saw you together. It also explains why you seemed familiar when we first met.
What's the term for it? A destined encounter? The universe brought us together, and I happened to take the initiative. That's it. I doubt you want more chit-chat. I know you're here for that terminal. Let Pierre inspect it for you, and we can... Remember that painting we discussed? In a fragile equilibrium, the smaller piece is forced to repress its true nature. It's confined to a seemingly flawless structure, stripped of its autonomy. I don't want the same fate for her. But I can't simply impose my path upon her, expecting blind obedience. As for those who betray their own blood, there will be no lenience. However, before I intervene, I want to see her plan take shape. The old give way to the new. It's the way of the world. But for us Montellis, the courage. So I ask you this favor.
It's a little tricky. This terminal is defunct, but I've retrieved all its data, even the overwritten and... The terminal has been tampered with, but nothing was intentional. I can show you. Do you have a terminal? I'll say...
I assume you've taken care of Bennett's body.
We dumped him in the tacit discord zone overnight. We'll claim he was killed by those monsters. Sir, are you sure? Are we really going to work with the Order?
We're in too deep now. Handing over the data module to the Order will cement our position as an ally of the authorities. We'll replace the Fist. And Bennett, I would have taken you too much. He deserved it for pursuing the Scarlet Velvet matter. Anyone.
Yes, sir.
We all stood together on that stormy night. Each one of us losing someone dear. And we all... The best way to avoid sacrifice isn't fighting. You may have left the family, and I should expect no more favors from you. But I ask this of you one last time. Please, put this terminal in Carlotta's hands.
What's in it?
Nothing. Save for the standard. In 3 days, I'll be negotiating on behalf of the family with the Order. I just want to make sure Carlotta think about Bennett. If you take care of this, I will overlook what he stole and let it be a thing of the past.
Unbelievable. What is Capello even thinking? Killing one of our own? It's a complete betrayal of our family. I must record all this madness with my terminal. No, it's too risky. Wait, I have. I'll record it, then overwrite with new data. I have to keep this record well, in case I also...
A trap? Wait, sir.
She's already there, so why bother?
What is that?
The family will shield you.
These flashbacks. Could it be from touching that mirror? Energy crystals made into a mirror with pre-made sonoroants. These masterless echoes have turned hostile. The frequency fluctuations in the sonoro seem unstable. I'll have to handle them before I can search the area. You will yield. The world is mine. Stand down. Now there's nothing else in my way. All these obstacles suggest the answer is likely there. I must investigate that mansion. The way out and clues I need may lie within its walls. This layout and decor seems strikingly similar to our mansion, just with slight differences. This area, these decorations, the chandeliers specifically, were destroyed during the invasion 5 years ago. Am I truly in the past, or trapped in some kind of simulation?
If you're telling me he's adopting that orphan girl from the other side of the family, spare me. Already heard. Actually, I imagine the whole family's caught wind of it by now. Isn't that why we're throwing this rally for her?
Tell me, how on earth do you stay in the loop, tinkering away at home like that? You must be shocked. Capello's already the heir. So, what?
Orphan girl from the other side of the family, adopted by Padrino. The mere touch of the mirror was enough to instantly draw out my memories, experience.
Huh. You look a little familiar. Oh, it's you.
You shouldn't know me yet. Not at this time.
I don't understand.
Sorry. Please don't mind what I just said.
Actually, I think he meant to say, we just saw you. Just now, about a minute ago.
Yeah, I'm just surprised you're back so soon. Your outfit. No, it's more the accessories, really. Yours are red, but the person I saw had blue ones on.
No accessories. I suppose she's the friend who invited me here. Could you tell me where she's gone?
Perhaps she's just out for a stroll. The preparations are behind schedule due to a mishap. Everyone's waiting.
Yes, now I remember. The rally didn't stop. On the other hand, once the lights are turned on, something may change. Thank you. I think I know where I'm going.
You're welcome. I suppose.
I doubt it means much to say this to you, since you only exist in this place, and unlike me, you probably don't need to hear this. Can you keep up? Lighter than a dove. This craftsmanship. A wise investment. All right, time to check the lobby. Can you keep up?
Come over, my child.
Sir, are you talking to me?
Yes. Fret not, Carlotta. Come up to the front, so everyone can see you. Today is a special day. As my granddaughter, you will now carry the Montelli name. My name. The family's name.
I knew it.
She is a true Montelli, just like the Padrino.
Puny little thing. Such a nerd. Isn't she from the lesser side of the family?
My thoughts exactly. I failed to see how she could possibly.
It was you. Recognition. Praise. Glory. Isn't that what you want? Stay here and... the exit. Dazzling sunlight. Am I in the court? Have I left that scenario already? Now the question is, what moment from my past does this represent? How do I leave this place? Leave? But didn't you just follow me here? You were the one who brought me into this scenario. Ugh, fine. But why should I tell you? True, I brought you here. But remember, I am a product of your own making. Your memories, your desires, your fantasies. From this moment on, I am also Carlotta Montelli. We will share the same past, present, and perhaps even future. Don't pretend we're alike in any way, and keep the Montelli name out of your filthy mouth. Oh, right. How could I forget? You were a poor little girl from the forgotten side of the family, trying desperately to fit in with the grandeur of her new home, fearing abandonment, and playing the part of a proper lady. You're a star in the ballroom, a top investor at the auction house, but your true talent, being the family's favorite weapon, carrying out orders without question. Is that all you live for? I thought you'd be thrilled with what I'm offering you. Acceptance, validation, indispensability. Did you see how everyone adored you? Oh, planning to shoot me again? Don't bother. This scenario is born from your consciousness, and it's also my domain. Since the frequencies here can be shattered, they can also be brought together again. Why not try shooting yourself? Perhaps that will work. Don't be so quick to deny it. If you truly never craved acceptance and recognition. Since praise and affirmation aren't enough for you, I'll give you a chance to prove yourself. Show me how much you're... Surrender! Still recognize me? Lighter than a dove. You will yield. An absurd, impudent display. Glory demands more. Nice work. But you must be dying to know which part of the past blood debts will catch up with those who have to pay. Ah, now you remember. I knew you.
Help! Help! Damn it! This is a trap! They've taken...
Did you hear that? Oh, the panic in their voice. How they... Gently does it? Still recognize me? Is that it? The stage is set.
Three key areas have been hit one after another. South Second Block, West End Dock, and our Intel says the Physaelias are gearing up for another hit on our headquarters. As usual, we can expect they ambushed Father first before we did anything to them.
We're running out of time. Capolo, we need a plan before Padrino wakes up. Call for reinforcements from the East End. It's risky.
No, we shouldn't do that. The Facadius were keeping up.
No, we're not doing that. They can take the West End.
Why? They're tough, but we're no pushovers either. We earned our turf fair and square. Why should we back down now? When Padrino eventually wakes, how do you plan to explain that we have let his and the...
But we still risk exposing the location of our headquarters. It's all about...
What about you, Carlotta?
Once again, this deviates from my past experience. Well, we'll hit their base. Our people on the East End, the South Second Block and the dock will stay put to give the impression we know nothing. Then we'll send our main forces to where the Thessalians keep their echoes. The trade routes, as they know what we value most. We need to demand something of equal worth from them as our bargaining chip.
Is this really going to work?
We can't afford to lose our people. Everything else, I'll cover the rear. Quickly and swiftly. Improvise. Such stubbornness. Brilliance lights the way. Surrender. I'm still standing. Found your weak spot. Can you keep up? Still recognize me? The stage is set. Gently does. The world is mine. Quickly and swiftly. In the name of the Montellis. Still recognize me? Ramming won't save you. Brilliance lights the way. Glory demands more. Wow. Look at you with your brilliant plan. So clever. It could have saved us from our humiliating defeat. And of course, you didn't just come up with it because you knew what happened. How does it feel to finally have your dismissed plan validated? Back then, no one bothered to ask for your input, did they? The big shots like Capello and those old-timers couldn't care less. The family ended up making the worst possible choice. They called for reinforcements, depleting resources in both headquarters and the East End.
No. Cynthia. Look at me. Please. Why is this happening? Oh, you're the only family I have left. How much more do we have?
In the end, your dear grandfather had to step in and fix the mess you all made. The plan advanced, but the dead were forever gone. It stands as the greatest tragedy, with that blood debt haunting you. You became the sharpest blade, working harder than ever. And Capello, did he think of seeking the Order's protection after that? When it became... Come to think of it, what's so wrong with that? Sacrifices are inevitable, and someone must bear the burden. By doing so, the family's interests can be preserved. Is this not the balance you wish to maintain? You were never meant to make decisions for the family. No matter what you say, why? Didn't I just show you a better future than what you face now? Merely an illusion of your making. My choices, the past is set in stone. Yes, the cold rain from that night still haunts us. I might not be in charge, but my principles are clear. I must leave here and stop. You're unsure. Our negotiations have reached a dead end.
Left! You should have gone left! Wait. Or maybe not. Think it over. I told you before. You should...
Wrong again. Do you really think you can choose the right path? Stay. Let's get...
Do you truly think you are worthy of the Montelli name?
Just give up. What an embarrassing sight. What is so painful to watch? You might have another chance up ahead.
Yes, that's right. Keep moving forward. You're getting close. You have to press ahead. Don't doubt yourself.
Don't you see? This is what happens when you choose the wrong path and back the wrong horse. The cost will be far greater than you thought.
No, not this way, Piccolino. You should try another way. Choose wisely. You still have a chance to...
Can you keep up? Why are you?
I was worried you might be in danger. Also, I'm here to deliver this. The gun was always there. You earned the right to use it the moment. Looks like you've made up your mind.
The Padrino's gun never leaves his sight. If he places it within your reach, it can only mean one thing. You've been entrusted with the authority to act in the name of Montelli. Now, whether it fires and where it aims, the choice is mine alone. I am merely a blade made for killing. Am I really qualified to change the status quo?
Why won't you obey my orders?
I'm getting old. We should take the easier approach.
If we can make other people pay the price.
So, why can't you just give in to me and stay here? You've crossed the wrong person. Still recognize me?
Swift and resolute. One with the sounds. No hesitation. The hour is upon us.
Glory demands more. A new era awaits. Still recognize
Swift and resolute. Strike one with the sounds.
How did you let go of confusion and doubt so easily? Those were your true feelings. You and I. What makes us so different? Brother, care for a story? A story about why a certain girl was adopted. Prayer alone offers no salvation. In the face of survival, creed becomes meaningless.
How dare she eat the tribute? Nanny always said that food is for tribute. It's not for eating.
You're a bad girl. I'm telling Nanny.
Who would have thought? She's a Montelli after all. The hall is in chaos. Yet she clings to her weapon. What a monster!
This suits a Montelli well. Repurposing decoration into a weapon, defying indoctrination
to chart the course forward. Her blood runs with the same fierce will as ours. Come with me. The family will shield you and open your eyes to a new world. You will rise to become a true Montelli.
I see. So Duncan was in the dark about the real cause of Bennett's death. He simply wanted to protect his friend's reputation. Duncan gave us a rigged terminal to cover Bennett's debt. Capello couldn't have tampered with the terminal data himself, or he would have found the information hidden beneath the overwrites. He simply laid a trap at the dock that Bennett I can empathize with Duncan. Even to some extent, Capello. They're driven by a desire for safety and stability. We will never achieve that by surrendering ourselves to the Order. From the very beginning, our paths diverged. To yield to them now means giving up even. Grandfather and the others have already paved the way. I will follow their lead and chart a course towards a wealth and power will safeguard our freedom. The Montelli family is set to break the Order's suffocating hold and lead Raguna towards a wider horizon, embracing Septimont, Huanglong, and other countries. And through it all, we will never... The family exists to accomplish what one cannot, and withstand the winds of fate. This is the... Like I said, we see an all-out war with the Order isn't a wise move. Rather than blindly tailing Capello in search of a hidden data module, let's take control. Scarlet Velvet mentioned they need a formal... Care to help me give them an unforgettable response in 2 days?
Checking your location. Have you reached the spot, my perfect? Remember to be stealthy. Scarlet Velvet and my operatives are positioned in all the streets around the venue. The venue only has one entrance. I've arranged for a handler to get you.
Oh, the upstairs parlor is off limits, reserved for a private event. Yeah. Now that you mentioned it, yes, they did tell me about that. What was that? You do have a point, but it's a special day. I need to confirm everyone's identity. What's your code name? Show me your token.
Hey, Tulip! Why are you still standing there? Come here! Boss just asked for you.
Ah, a tulip coin. I remember you. You work at the vault, don't you? We had a drink at Marguerite. No wonder you arrived early. You...
Yeah. We can talk after getting...
Have you made it inside? This area is under surveillance. On either side of the main stage, you should see something that looks like a control panel. Operate it to disable the cameras, then place the gems I made with my forte into position. How did it go? Any issues?
Everything's fine. Just got to the place we agreed on. The front of the hall. Done. Main hall, 5 o'clock. Done. Blind spot. Done. Back window. Done. The setup's complete, and the time we play. How's it going on your end?
I'm out of the mirror and the jam is set up. Capello, the Order's agents have taken the bait and are at the location. We'll head out at the
Nearly go time. The Order's men should be here. Double check everything.
We should talk, Capello.
You! Why are you here?
Your guests won't be showing up today.
Carlotta. Looks like you've pieced together the whole story. So it was your crew who tipped us off about changing the time and place for the deal yesterday. Let me guess. You fed the same line to the Order, didn't you? Playing both sides, setting yourself up nicely. But something doesn't add up. You couldn't have pulled this off alone.
Capello's promise of safety and comfort are nothing but a sham. He's been using our family as pawns, making them pay the ultimate price. Bennett was just one of his victims. He didn't fall at the hands of tacit discords, but to Capello himself. His body was disposed of outside the city's limits. The truth is, Bennett never betrayed us. The path of the Montelli family is one of unity. We stand together, leaving no one behind. I can't promise there won't be more losses, but I will prioritize the welfare of every member. I do not take sacrifice lightly. Now, will you continue down this path? Or will you align with our cause for Bennett's sake and your own?
Trust built on deception always comes back to haunt you. You're getting what you deserve.
Now that you've lost both the goods and your trading partners, this is your last chance to bow out gracefully.
Bow out gracefully? Do you think I still care about saving face at this point? My only regret is not being ruthless enough. I should have cut you loose earlier, making you pay the price like the others who crossed me. And what of it? You'll never understand. We lack the power to protect everyone, so what's wrong with seeking a powerful ally? Why not align ourselves with those who share my true goal? You're right. I've crossed the line. But I can still salvage this if I take you out and reclaim that data module. Everyone, capture them!
Time to leave.
Copy.
Fall for me, will you? Then, let's fall together. Scarlet Velvet's people have secured Duncan and will bring him to a safe house. He'll return after everything's settled. Regarding the Order, I tasked Blue Rain and Retriever to pose as Capello's agents and declare the cooperation null and void. No data module, no explanation or any follow-up. Capello is already a lost cause. The Order will realize this soon enough. Rain's back. I remember telling Grandfather how I hated the rainy season. I once saw rain as a bad omen in Raguna. When it rains, it's easier to wash away bloodstains. That's why acts of revenge usually happen on such days. Today's rain feels different. As it falls, the troubles of yesterday are washed away. I feel calm, like I found my true self again. My present and my future are now in my own hands.
Well done, Carlotta. Thank you, Rover. My girl could not have accomplished this without your assistance. I had faith in you too, but you surpassed my expectations. It appears I underestimated the potential that you possess when working together.
What he just said. Looks like someone's been keeping secrets from me, huh? I've been curious. You entered that Sonaro and delivered his gun to me. How did you earn my grandfather's trust so soon? we make such a good team, I'll let it slide for now.
Capello and his lackeys will face the consequences of their actions. Our code is simple. Vengeance for blood. Death for life. No one is exempt. There's a lot at play here. It will require some effort and a true Montelli at my side to handle it.
I see. I'll take care of the rest. But before that... Yes. What, miss me already? No need to feel sad about parting, for each goodbye brings us closer to the next hello. That's my favorite way to think of it. A countdown to our next reunion. With Capello ousted, the family needs someone to fill his shoes. I must assist my grandfather through this tumultuous transition. Thank you, Rover. As my grandfather said, things couldn't have gone so smoothly without your help and support. Now that the dust has settled, you no longer need to stay with me as cat's eye of the Montelli family. But still, I want you to have this. As I said, every member gets a token that matches their codename. Though you already have a pair of cat's eyes, please accept this as a token of my appreciation. No, this gem wasn't crafted by my forte. I chose it just for you. I know someone like you won't stay just for me, and joining the Montelli family might not be in your plans just yet. But I'll keep this code name for you, Cat's Eye. The first and only member to receive my personal invitation.
Don't run! Keep the dance going!